Jumping back in with Qeynos. Gotta get our way back to Otis. Darn it, another boat ride. Alright, let's set the timer for 1.5 hours. That's how much I'm gonna play before I take my break. 1 hour and 30 minutes. I love this little timer thing that they got. Okay, where are we at? We need to go this way. So I'm thirsty and I'm out of drink. Okay, that's an issue. Let's take care of it. I can buy milk here. I like to carry milk. It's 5 copper a piece. Buy a whole stack times 2. And then I'll pick up muffins on the way out. Yeah. So what the plan is to go start making metal bits. I need metal bits for other parts. And then I'm going to work on leveling up blacksmithing to the point where I can create my own forged weapons, which are better than anything that's going to drop for a long time. Forged weapons is going to improve my damage output. I feel like that one gear slot piece, the weapon, is the most important of any gear slot piece. So making my way to the... It's lagging. Huh. There he goes. Sometimes that happens. You feel like you lose control of your character. So to the docks, and if I'm lucky, I'll make it just as the boat's arriving, but that doesn't happen all the time. That guard glowers at me dubiously. Oh, it's the other docks. I do that sometimes. I'll be waiting at the wrong docks and I almost miss it. Oh, so I have enough time to buy muffins before the boat arrives. I'll show you where I get the muffins from. It's the baker shop. And the baker shop is right here. Close to the docks. Volene's Fine Baked Goods. And you go over to this lady right here, Volene herself, and you buy 2 stacks of muffins. Oh, so the muffins are 7 copper. I think they're like cheaper. I felt like they were cheaper, like 5 copper or something. I don't know, maybe I was wrong. Anyways, we got tons of muffins, 2 whole stacks. It's gonna last me for ages. So you could always just jump in the water and do the tackle box quest. Perhaps you can use a little bit of the positive faction. I have enough time to do it once. The boat's not here, so let's just jump in and get it. Maybe I'll raise my fishing skill. Let's see what kind of positive faction we can gain while we're waiting on the boat. Come down, and there's the tackle box. I can't move. Darn this lag. I can't move. It must be some server lag. I can't move. What's going on? Anyways, so let's check out the faction we gained from the tackle box turn-in. It's super easy. You could repeat it over and over. It's already respawned. So we don't need the dress. So you gain... Guards of Qeynos got better. Antonio's Bell got better. The corrupt guards got worse. Circle of Unseen Hands. And Merchants of Qeynos got better. So that's all good faction. Anyways, it's just something you can do while you're waiting on the boat. What I like to do as well is I like to grab a fishing pole and fish off the docks. It's a fun way to pass the time. And it looks like someone else is going to hitch a... No, that's Gash. This guy has killed me before. When I play Shadow Knight, sometimes he'll attack you, depending on the deity you worship. It's kind of rude. And it's pretty cool. They got a fish hanging up there. Reminds me of that movie, Jaws. And so while I wait on the boat, I pull out my phone and I play phone app games. This is what I do in my downtime in Everquest, because Everquest is an MMO with a ton of downtime. I play these phone app games that give you small rewards and pennies. And I use those pennies. The fun reward I get from earning pennies is that when I get, I don't know, about $5 or so, $5 to $10 built up, it may take a couple days, it may take up to a week. But when I get that, I just throw it into like a 401k or something like that. And, you know, when eventually when that gets high enough, you know, every month you might get you know, some dividends, and it's just fun. Just fun for me to see dividends or something. I don't know. That's my hobby that's really synergistic with EQ. Downtime, phone apps, rewards, investing, Everquest. Twizzler. That is an awesome sword. Look at that. It looks like... I swear that looks just like a lightsaber. It looks like Darth Vader's red lightsaber. That is the coolest weapon. Dang. Alright, we made it. It's dark, but it's a lovely night in Earden. I say Earden. I always get confused when there's two vowels clutched together. EU. Earden. Anyways. I think I'm going to go to the vendor. Well, let's start out with some sharpening stones and max out our blacksmithing skill by using the sharpening technique. It's very cheap. It's the best way to raise your skill, and then I'll start working on metal bits. Actually, I could do metal bits now. They get trivial at 21 skill, so I'm already almost trivial, but I need to make them anyways, so let's just do the metal bits. So to get metal bits, I have to buy some ore. Let's check the price first of ore. This isn't the building I need to do it in, is it? No. So we'll have to go to the Deepwater Knights Guild House. And I am encumbered at the moment. But I've got a ton of rusty daggers in my bag. Okay, so we have to buy some type of ore. Let's just find the vendor first that sells ore. That's not a vendor, but no practice points left. Just wanted to check. Okay. He does sell bricks of ore. Now, what kind of ore do I need? Opening the wiki. So, I need a small piece of ore. Alright, and it says it's the guy's name is Shinin Ore Finder. Well, that's not Shannon Ore Finder, but he does sell one brick of ore, so he's not the guy who sells the unlimited amounts. Okay, so anyways, Shinen's the guy we have to go to. To make metal bits, it says I need ×2 small pieces of ore and 1 water flask. Becomes trivial at skill 21. It's almost trivial now. Let's go ahead and start. Find the guy named Shinin. Shinin Ore Finder. So I know there's a blacksmith forge just outside here. Let's see if he's out here. No. There's the forge. So before I open up the wiki once again and look for where he's at, that's not him. Is there another guy in here? Nope. Let's go check upstairs. And then when all else fails, I check the wiki. Nope, nope, nope. It would make too much sense to have the ore vendors next to the forge. Okay, so I know where he's at. Let's go ahead and see if he also sells flasks of water. So I have to buy those there and run over to this location. A bit of running around. It's more convenient when everything is sold next to where you use it. That's the thing about early MMOs. They didn't really plan properly. I think features were added into the game slowly over time, and the people who were in charge of doing one aspect of the game, world building, weren't aware of all the other things. Small brick of ore. Okay, so it's 5 gold a piece? That's a lot of money, dang. But anyways, I need these. Hold on, let me figure out. Should I buy sharpening stones and then get to 21 first? So it doesn't appear that I need any of those metal things for a forged weapon. I'm afraid I can't buy those oak shafts here. I haven't looked yet. Oh, because I need an oak shaft, and I know they sold those in Qeynos Hills. Let's find out the damage here, because if I have to run back to Qeynos Hills, this is going to be... So They do not sell oak shafts here. I can't make it. I have to go back to... I got to go to Hallis, North Qeynos, to buy the oak shaft. But it says it's not on the vendor there, so never mind. East Freeport. Area Commons, Oguk. So I can't buy the oak shaft I need. They're spread out all over the place. Good grief. Sheet metal. Let's see where that's sold. You can buy it in Tox Forest. So that's cool. But to make the weapon, I need the oak shafts. Let's take a look one more time. Oak shafts are bought. The Gnome City. Ixar City. Ogre City. High Elf. East Freeport. North Caledon, Hallis. So maybe I can get it in Hallis. I don't know if they'll like me enough in Hallis, but they should. I'm Iridan, which is a good race, and I'm Paladin, which is a friendly class. So we'll just do this here. I will work up my skill with sharpening stones. I will buy tons of the stuff I need here. We'll run to Hallis. Oh my gosh, this is so disorganized. Anyways, let's just go ahead and use up my... If I have to run back on the boat to go to Hallis, and you can say, well, you should have planned things out right. I mean, did it needlessly complicated? That's my gripe. And while this is why I never bothered with trade skills before. I remember thinking about doing it once. I was excited. Oh, they have trade skills in the game. And then I read about how to do things. I'm like, oh, never mind. That's a lot of work. A lot of work. So let's go ahead and do this. This gets trivial at a higher level, so we'll do that last. We'll start with daggers, rusty daggers, turn them into sharp, tarnished daggers. All right. And I can buy sharpening stones in Hallis as well. But I need to sell these to reduce my weight. It might already be trivial, to be honest with you guys. But I bought these and I got to just sell them. Okay, we have a rusty bastard sword. I lack the skills. Okay. I think I did it. Yes. So I have one more weapon, which is a scythe. Let's go ahead and tarnish that booger. Okay, 19 skill. And I failed, which is good because I can do it again. Did I succeed? Yes, and I'm skill 21. Do I have any other weapons? No, that's it. Okay, so let's go ahead and sell these things. I might have to take a trip to Hallis, but I feel like I have to read up before I go. And I just want to jump on and play sometimes. I don't have time to go and read up on the wiki for an hour. That's an exaggeration, but you guys get the point. All right, we sold the tarnished thingies. I'm going to sell the bow too. For now. And the scythe. Good, so our weight is down. Okay, so I will take a small break and I'll read up. Well, before we even do that, let's go ahead and start this thing. My tethering skill is really low. Apachinolfer, I thought you really can't. I'm missing something here. Where did they go? Only had 4. Okay. Whatever. Okay, so I'm missing out on the Warrens if I go back to Qeynos. I'm actually just about to jump right back on the boat and go right back over there. You can make sheets of metal by using ores and things like that. That's really expensive. But the only thing I can't get here would be the oak shafts, and those are in Hallis. So I think Hallis is probably the best place to go. This is crazy. Hallis doesn't have everything, but it's got what I need. Let me see if it's got the sword. Okay, so I want to make a forged longsword. Okay, so you need a long blade mold. That is sold in Hallis. Okay, what else can I get in Hallis? Can I get a forged bastard sword? It doesn't have all the info here. How about a forged longsword? That's the 68. Forged mace at 68 trivial. A forged spear. And then the lowest is a forged warhammer. That's going to be my first one to make, is a forged warhammer. So you need a hammer head mold. And that's sold in Hallis. Okay. So the only question is, they sell water flasks in Hallis. Of course they should. Yes, they do. Okay. So I think we can get everything we need in Hallis. As long as they'll sell to us, and they should. We can go over there now. So it says the ship to Antonica is now departing Yrden docks. It'll be some time before it makes a call here again. We'll keep you informed. It's now departing the docks, which means I just missed the boat. I just missed the boat. So I'm going to go AFK for about 15 to 20 minutes. Let's see, 20 minutes. Just missed the boat. Gosh. Oh my God, no. Oh my gosh, I was like 2 seconds from missing the boat. I jumped on the side of it, climbed on the roof. Oh no, hopefully I made it on here. That would have been terrible. Oh, we made it, thank goodness. The boat thing is just the boat thing. It's a love-hate thing about Everquest, the boat rides. Oh, finally we made it. Only to do more traveling. I rode the boat here, rode it back to Otis, I rode it back here. Now we have to go to Qeynos Hills, which is the place where we can buy sheet metal. You can't buy sheet metal in Hallis, okay? Oh, wait a second. I can't even buy oak shafts in Hallis either. How am I going to do this? So I need to get oak shafts. I need to get a lot of them. But anyways, I had to get off that continent first. So oak shafts. Where is the closest I can buy oak shafts? Just kidding. You can buy oak shafts in Hallis. I forgot. You can. So the only thing I'll need to do is pick up some sheet metal on the way to Hallis. Okay. So I think I'm level 8 now. I can work on gaining more money first. And I think I'll do that because I need money. So it's going to be a trip to Blackboro. And there's some quests I can do as well while I'm here. I believe there's a quest I can do in Qeynos Aqueducts. However, I'm not going to do that now. Right now I'm going to go work on getting level 9 so I can get new spells and then money, which I'll need. And that's going to help fund our weapons. So money is the limiting factor. Let's see where we're at. I have 19 platinum, so just about 20 platinum at the moment. 20 platinum. That will fund us about probably about 6 attempts at making a weapon. And since my skill's really low, I expect to fail probably most of the time, if not every time. So I need to get about I need more money anyways. But I also need to gain a level, but I don't want to level before I get my new weapons. I could go back to the Warrens, but I think what I'll end up doing is going back and Warrens will be greening out to me. I'll go in there and just get molars for armor and then take a trip to Kara Isle. That's what I'm suspecting is going to happen. So I see a weapon, I'm going to grab it off that skeleton. I also want to get this null. Oh, they're going the opposite directions. And I like to get the null just for the fangs, and I like to get the... I could try to turn the fangs in over in Hallis. It's not as much experience, but I could use the faction with Hallis people. Let's go ahead and bring him back over here where that skeleton went, because I'm going to lose track of him in just a moment. I want the rusty weapon so I can use the sharpening stone on it. What is with the running speed? I feel like the things catch me now, like before when they couldn't. That skeleton is really trying to kill that gnoll. How am I not killing this thing? Takes 3 hits to kill a decayed skeleton. So I've got Lay of Hands, and that is refreshed. Keep it. I tend to forget that I have that. When I change classes so often, I forget that I have Lay of Hands. And when I depend on it... Oh, I see another skeleton with a weapon. Nice! So that cloth cord I don't need at the moment, but I could use... Let's do an experiment. Is he going to catch me? I feel like things catch me so often now. So I need this money to buy sheet metal at the miller's shop. Please don't zone. Nice job. 3 silver. Every bit's important. Nice. Look at that. Rusty battle axe. So I have sharpening stones. We'll sell the armor. I didn't gain any experience off killing those. Skeleton, green. Brown bear, green. Alright, so I'm hunting for things that can give me money. It's nice weather out here. Finally, it's really bright. Makes the recordings come out very good. And while I'm running to the hut, let's get some music going. Gotta find some way bad audio. There we go. So let's price the sheet metal. It's going to be pretty expensive, I think. So he sells molds. There we go. Sheet metal. Oh my gosh, a platinum. That's super expensive. Sell cloth cords. There we go, cloth veil. Let's just go ahead and sell these snake scales. It could be for a quest of some sort. So let's go ahead and buy a couple of these. If they're not too heavy. Two weight each. Let's buy 4 of them. 10 of them. It's really going to take my weight up, a better weight. But anyways, we know where they sell them at. Let's take a trip to Blackboro and get some null things and get some money. So, level 8, I'll need money for some spells, but they should be really cheap. You're basically getting level 1 cleric spells mostly. And that's at level 9, so they're all going to be about 1 gold each. 1 to 2, maybe 3 gold each. Yeah, not a whole lot to do out here in the hills. Inside Blackboro's, it's hit or miss. Sometimes there's players in there and there's not a lot to kill. The spawn retimer is about 20 minutes. So it's a brutally slow respawn rate if you're higher level. I consider myself like kind of middle range leveling for Blackboro. Stuff near the entrance should be green, but stuff further down and side's going to be blue. Maybe some white cons. And the guardsmen, they're going to be blue, white, maybe even yellow. Elite guards are going to be yellow to reds. Alright, so we'll take this guy out. He's got a spear. Spears are cheap though. Putrid Skelly, that's a great way to get some experience as well. I'd rather be level 9 to do it so I can cure poison. So I'll just skip him for now. Create a lot of unnecessary downtime if he gives me the disease. But you can take the rib bone. Problem is you don't always get the rib bone. It's not a guaranteed loot drop. So this is improving some faction, but it's not improving faction for Qeynos. I mean Hallis. So maybe when I go to Everfrost Peaks, we can get some faction that would help us out in that situation, but I don't think so. There's a lot of faction that's very difficult to grind or impossible in some cases. And that locks you out of a bunch of quests. There we go. Strafing got kind of sticky. So this one's blue and he's giving me skills. Very nice. I can't raise bash because I don't have a shield, but if I get to the point where I can make a forged weapon, making a shield isn't far off. Just around the corner in terms of skill gains. And that'll be really cool. You know, when you get your higher levels, like level 20s, you can make forged Velium weapons that proc at level 25. They get trivial about the same level as bandit armor does, so that's very doable. I'm just wondering, like, how far you have to go to get all the components for Velium weapons. I'm afraid to know. But I feel like maybe the key hub city of Freeport might be the best thing to do if you're trying to get all that stuff ready for like forging and trade skilling. So I'll get this weapon. It's going to be extremely heavy though. There's not a convenient vendor nearby. Just this one weapon alone is going to make me encumbered. That's why I like to have high strength. Besides the fact you get more attack skill, you can just carry more stuff. And with my low strength, when I'm geared out with bronze armor, you can imagine how fast I get encumbered. People say put it in stamina. I'm like, if you're self-found, you want it in strength. All of it. The problem is also with the Euridite is you start out with below 75 agility, so you have to put some points in agility right away too. Don't waste any points into wisdom. Yeah, it gives you more mana, but being encumbered all the time is a pain. Like I can't even loot. See, here we go, encumbered. Just like that, encumbered. There's little tricks you can do to lower your weight. I'm carrying a bunch of stuff on me. At the moment, I'll just have to be encumbered. And there's not a lot of stuff I can do to increase my strength. This lantern, carrying a lantern around, you know, that's 0.7 stone. Got all this meat on me. Perhaps I don't need all this patch of null furs. Every little bit of weight reduction is something I'll need to do. So I'm going to get myself really encumbered here, and then I'm going to run over to Surefall Glade. Or the Miller's Hut. Miller's is closer. Dang, it's just a run. And the reason I can't go make weapon right away is I need more money. Got a lot of problems and very few solutions to them. All of them are time consuming. Embrace the grind. Really encumbered now. Let's make a trip over to the Miller's Hut after killing this guy. Being overweight reduces your agility, lowers your armor class, makes you run slower. It's just terrible. It's like having low hit points. If I get attacked by a rabid grizzly, if I don't destroy everything on me to reduce my weight, he'll run me down. Oh, my haiku went off. Let's see. One of my patients got discharged. So I have my own patients. I am their primary care doctor. Let's see who got discharged. I think I know who it is. It's a patient that has a lot of major issues going on. And I've been trying to solve them, but I don't know what to do. Let me take a quick peek. I'm going to put on an auto run. Hopefully I don't run into a grizzly while I'm logging into Haiku. Haiku is like your electronic medical records phone app version. Every time I do it, I have to do this duo mobile push code, and it gets 6 numbers that it's hard for me to memorize. 669571. 669571. Let's just see who got discharged from the hospital. I exactly knew it. Let's see how much fluid they drained from paracentesis. This person comes in and their stomach is extremely distended. They've got liver cirrhosis. Oh, I'm running into a tree. There we go. Okay, they canceled the imaging. Yeah, so we ordered all this imaging to get done in the hospital, and they got discharged before it got done. And then they had to pay like a $170 copay to get it done. So let's see how much how much fluid we drained. Anyways, I can't do this while I'm running. I'll do it later. I'm just curious to know, and if I don't check it right away, I'll forget. So halberd, 3 gold, 6 silver. Scimitar. Let's just sell the... There it is. What can I sell? Dagger blade mold. Why am I carrying that? It only weighs 0.1. Oh yeah, here's weight right here. Oh yeah, sell it all. Making money. We reduced our weight greatly. Snake scales. Those are good for shamans. Okay, how are we doing? So this sewing kit probably weighs... No, it doesn't weigh very much. The box weighs 4. Did I say 2 or 4? 2. Backpacks weigh 3. I really need to get medicine bags. They weigh 1 platinum each. So I can reduce my weight probably by about 6 if I got medicine bags. They cost about 1 platinum each, but it's totally worth it. So when I go to Hallis, I'll try to remember to buy some. All right, back out there to Blackboro. Let's check our experience. Not a whole lot, but I did get 1 null thing. It's not a race, it's a journey. So enjoy it. A lot of MMOs and time lock progression servers release, and everyone does a race to the finish line. I guess that's what they enjoy doing, but for me, it's not a race. It's a very fun journey. Okay, Putrid Skelly. Please, don't you dare disease me. I've got Lay of Hands in case I need it. At the moment, it's an even fight. Started out missing about 20% of my hit points, so I'm winning easily. Right, I'm gonna start my phone app.
Alright, this game.
Give me a Putrid Skelly rib bone, please, for all this work. What do I hear? Grey Wolf. Now, are there any bone ship quests in Hallis? I don't know if there are. But we're gonna fight near Blackboro because the next trip is gonna be to Hallis. I would have taken a trip to Qeynos had I gotten a putrid rib bone, but no. So we're drinking mug root beer today. 0 sugar mug. I bought these great value ice cream cone variety pack. They've got fudge, vanilla, and I'm not sure what the middle one is. There's 3 different flavors, but they're so good. Most processed foods are starting to become disgusting over time as I age. I don't know if I'm getting more like mature taste buds but I'm getting more picky as I get older with food choices. For instance, I'll get Taco Bell because I use these coupon things, you know, it's a good price value, but I don't really enjoy it. But I feel like when I was a teenager, Taco Bell would have just hit the spot every time, even the cheap items. I tend to get the bean burritos because I like those little diced onions they have in there. It's really cheap, it's really filling, and it's mediocre in its taste quality. But sometimes I feel like, oh, I can doctor it up with some mild sauce. And I bought 4 of them, and it was pretty cheap. Some cinnamon twist for a sweet craving I had. And then I only ate 3 of those bean burritos. Pulled it out of the fridge this morning. Nuked it. And it just wasn't that good. You just can't reheat it. And it was like, I feel like I just wasted calories by eating something I didn't enjoy that much. Anyways, that's my Taco Bell experience for today. But I plan on making some macaroni, and what Dave Ramsey says for people who are on a budget trying to get themselves out of debt is beans and rice. Well, that's a pretty good cheap meal, beans and rice, but my go-to for cheap, good, tasty meal is actually macaroni and tuna. Something I grew up on and something I still enjoy. It's a nostalgic meal. I feel like if I never ate it growing up, I would think it's just disgusting altogether, and it really does sound disgusting. It's a combination that doesn't sound good together. Canned tuna fish and macaroni. And I'm not talking about real proper macaroni and cheese. I'm talking about the box stuff with the powdered cheese sauce. I mean, what is it? Just some salty flour dyed mixture. Of course, I put some butter in it and some milk. And that sauce just hits the spot. Add a little tuna fish for some protein. I'm going to make some today. I've got 1 can of tuna. I've got about 4 boxes of macaroni. So I think 1 box of macaroni and 1 can of tuna is like the right combo mixture. So we'll make that for lunch / dinner. If I make 2 boxes and I mix 1 can in there, it's going to be kind of, I think it'll work. 1 can of tuna and 2 boxes of macaroni, and that can last me the rest of the day easily. Maybe have some leftovers for tomorrow too. It's not like spaghetti. Spaghetti tastes better as leftovers for me, but macaroni and tuna, it depreciates a little bit in its taste quality. Especially if it's gone more than 2 days in the fridge. You got about 2 days and it starts getting bad. Okay, we got a grizzly in here. Let's zone back out and let's take a rest. So my next plan is to go to Hallis. I need more platinum. I want to be level 9. So we're going to work on getting level 9 so I can get my spells for Paladin. And I need more money so I can start working on blacksmithing trade skill because I want a forged weapon. Once I get a forged weapon, it's going to take me to the next level. I can go to Kara Isle and fight the cat people. And by the way, do forged weapons count as magic weapons? Time to find out. I don't think so. I know combine weapons do. But forged weapons probably are not magical. Tarnished weapons, they are not magical. I knew that. But forged battle axe, let's see. It doesn't appear to be magical. Primary, secondary, it doesn't say magical on it. Nope. So forged weapons you can't use to finish off Will-O-Wisp. That's too bad because I'm missing out on Eard's Crossing and fighting those wisps. I get some spells, but they're not going to help me take out a Will-O-Wisp. Anyways, I'm going to end this episode a little short. A lot of time I spent traveling and looking around and planning and figuring out that I was doing the wrong thing. But I think I'm right back on progress track right now. I know where I need to go and I know what I need to do for the next couple episodes, I think. So I've got a solid plan in place. It's the week. I'm off work. It's Tuesday, June 24th. Guys, have a great week. Talk to y'all later. Bye.